Hi everybody and welcome to my channel. Today I have Tesla V2 on my table, which is disassembled, and this means that I am going to do the cool tuning for it. Today I will be installing these pedal hangers from EUCU, which gives you 25 millimeters of lift. Traditionally I will leave the link to the EUCU brand Instagram in the description to this video, so you can go there, check out what they have for you for your wheels. There are a lot of premium quality parts and accessories to make your Bugatti or GotWay wheels unique. In the previous video, which was about 10 millimeters lifting of V2 version of Tesla, I told that it was the best way to lift the second version of Tesla, because in 25 millimeter version you have to do much more, and let me explain you more about the problems of this type of lifting. So here I have installed a new custom pedal hanger in the inner shell, and now we can see that we have to sacrifice these bolt holes here, and here we have to sacrifice this reinforcement rib, and we have to cut a lot of plastic here because the nut moves down from here to here. Of course, this requires great reinforcement of this area, and I will put here a lot of plastic, as well as add wider washers under the bolts to make the contact better here, the bolts and the plastic. The second problem here is that we have a lot of space in this part. This results that all the weight of the wheel construction lies on these four bolts, which is not really good, I think, and it is necessary to melt here more plastic so that the whole construction will rest on these pedal hangers directly, but not on the bolt. And of course, I already checked it with the stock pedal hangers, and it's the same story, although it's a little bit more moved there, but there is still some space, like a millimeter or so, between the pedal hanger and this part of the inner shell, and still, even in the stock variant, the whole construction lies on these 6 bolts. Yeah, here it is 6, and here we have only 4, which is also not very nice, and which might also cause problems in future of cracking these parts of the inner shell where bolts are located. The tire which I will be installing here is Kenda. The model is K1097-010. It's 16 by 2.5, but it is already obvious that it is a little bit bigger than the CST one. So I will install it here and then show you how it fits to the inner shell, what was required to cut, and so on, and how it rotates and performs in this wheel. Top-level tuning requires ultimate focus on details, and now I will show you what I've done already to this wheel. So here is the part of the plastic which I melted here. It's 5 millimeters height. So this part of the plastic will leave all the weight right here on the pedal hanger, but not on the bolts here. For this part of the inner shell I have prepared and cut special custom washers. So the one which is cut from just one side will be melted here. Of course, the second one will be here. It will be under a layer of extra plastic. On this side of the inner shell, there will be such kind of washer which I've cut on both sides. So it will go like here. Of course, it will also be melted under the plastic, and this will give much more area to the contact between the inner shell and the bolt, and it will definitely improve the rigidity of this construction. So that's the way I've modded the inner shell part. I have moved hole for the nut lower. I have reinforced the whole structure here, added as much plastic as possible. Also, there are those washers which are melted inside, which I showed you before. That's how the inner shell looks like from the other side. You see that I've moved the hole for the nut here, which was originally here. I've put here a lot of plastic to reinforce it as much as I can, since this hole is no longer needed by the wheel construction with the new pedal hangers. So now you can see how the tire with the motor fits the wheel well. It rotates perfectly with absolutely no interference with the inner shell. So here is a lot of space. The owner can choose a little bit more tire if he wants, but anyway, this tire is really big. I will put some photos here to show you the other side. The other side is the same, how this tire fits inside the wheel well. So let me measure the tire height. It's about 5.7 centimeters height here. Right now it's inflated to 3 bars. So now I'm going to do the same procedures with the other side of the inner shell and assemble the wheel. Finally, I have assembled this Tesla. Now you can see and hear that the motor rotates easily without any tire interference with the inner shell. So now I can consider this type of tuning successful. And now it is time to talk about the problems of 25mm lift of Tesla V2. Of course, I didn't shoot things like cutting the inner shell of the wheel well and cutting the glossy covers to save your time and my time in this video. If you want to see how I did this, feel free to check my video on 10mm lift of Tesla V2. I will put the link in the description to this video so you can check it out. I explained there how to do this, and I focused only on the problems of 25mm lift here. This type of lift is definitely more complicated than 10mm lift, because you have to cut a lot here in this area of the pedal hangers in the inner shell, and this of course reduces the rigidity of this part of the wheel, and you definitely have to reinforce it as much as possible. But anyway, I'm pretty sure if you do the reinforcement very well, there will be absolutely no problems for the inner shell in the daily usage of this wheel, unless you are extreme rider like maybe Fantomas or Shibi time and you are jumping all the way around. There might be any problems, I guess, but I'm not sure. But anyway, for daily usage, like for 90% of all the riders which are just riding, making small jumps on the border stones and so on, there will be absolutely no problem for the inner shell, and this wheel will go a lot of miles without any consideration of cracks or some problems for it. And the main benefit of this type of lifting is in the tire selection. Right now, the owner of this wheel is not limited only just by CST tire. He can choose the tire whatever he wants, whether it's a candle like this or transformer, which I showed in the G3 video, or the other ones of the same size. So that's about it. Now I have to give this Tesla back to its happy owner to enjoy him the smooth and comfort riding. If you like this type of tuning, leave a like on this video, leave a comment in the comments section below, and subscribe to this channel. See you later, guys.